Hi, my name is Kobe Sharp, 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel where I try to help kids fall in love with reading. And one of the ways that we do that is by letting them read awesome books and having a room filled with awesome books. Today, we're going to be talking about the books that my 5th graders are currently reading. If you haven't had a chance to do this, where you just take a look at what they're all reading, it's a really powerful way to help you get a good grasp on your class. Keep track of it because you can look back at those videos or pictures or however you do it and just kind of see some trends and notice some things. So this is the first group that we're talking about. This girl is reading Sunny Makes a Splash. This series has been wildly popular, maybe as popular as it has been in years. Kids can't get enough of Jennifer and Matthew Holmes' Sunny books. And on deck, she has Matt Tavares' Hoops. She'll be one of the first readers probably in the state of Michigan to read this book. This is a 2023 graphic novel you're going to want to add to your list. It's by Matt Tavares. It looks at a school in Indiana during the beginning of Title IX and them getting a basketball program for the women there. And it's a fascinating story. It's based on a true story. Our gym teacher actually was a 6-year-old watching this team play, and now he has daughters that play high school basketball. It's just amazing. So check out Hoops by Matt Tavares. It's phenomenal. Tom Engelberger, wildly popular in this classroom. We started the year with A Strange Case of Origami Yoda, and kids just can't get enough Tom. They're always popular. Wings of Fire graphic novel series, definitely making the rounds. Kids can't get enough of this. It's introducing new kids to the series, which makes my heart so happy. An oldie but a goodie, right? This book's probably a decade old, Bigger Than a Bread Box by Laurel Snyder. That magical realism, so good. Girl moves. Parents get divorced. Girl moves with her mom. I think they go to live with her grandma, maybe in Atlanta. She's up in the attic and she wishes for something. Just, like people wish. I wish I had this. And it appears in the bread box. And then she finds that if she wishes for things, they can show up in the bread box. But then she learns about all of the rules of making wishes. So good. Check it out. Laurel Snyder, Bigger Than a Bread Box. We got a kid who we just went to the library, checked out the handbook to the Galar region. Gotta learn about Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. And finally, this kid read a bunch of Jared Lerner's books. Then he moved on to the Treehouse books. He finished 13 and 26, and now he's on the 39-story Treehouse. These are hilarious. They're perfect books for him, right up his alley. The humor is just spot on. All right, kid just got the Lego idea book from the library. All kinds of fun. You've probably seen this. It's one of those books that's nice to have in the school library because I don't have to have this beast in my classroom library. Super fun. This is one of the most popular books in the classroom last year and again this year. Staying Power. I think that this book will be popular for decades. I think it's that good. Megan Freeman's novel and verse alone. Girl is stuck in a town where everyone's gone. Something has happened with the government and everyone goes away. She was left behind by accident and now she's trying to survive in Colorado all alone with no one else for a long time. Amazing. The Lost Girl. I haven't had a kid read this in a while. Anne Ursu's beautiful fantasy book. I'm so excited to see what she thinks of this. I just noticed, she put in some pages already. Yeah, so can't wait to see what she thinks of that. I love that book. And Gordon Corman's latest, his 100th book, The Fort. I read it earlier this year. It's awesome. Very vintage. Gordon, vintage, is that the right word? It's not like he's super old. He's just a good dude. 100 books. This one's great. It fits Gordon Corman. I don't know how to say that. Fits Gordon Corman. Check out The Fort. It's awesome. I love that my readers are checking it out as well. Here we have R.L. Stein's Goosebumps, Slappy's World. Very exciting to see R.L. Stein still crushing it. I love Mike Lowry. He's one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram. His art is just so awesome, and his art in his books, it just makes me so happy. And then you always need to have dinosaur books. You need to have all the dinosaur books. Check out everything awesome about dinosaurs. I think there's one about sharks too, maybe? Yeah, there is on the back. If you don't know Mike Lowry's work, you are missing out. Babysitter's Club graphic novels, book 6. I think the 14th just came out. Can't keep up with these. And you just got to buy them all because the kids just can't stop reading them. They're just stinking awesome. How to Eat Pizza. Always went to the library. Kid got this. This is a really popular book in our school library. And my son, he's a kindergartner, checked it out and he just wouldn't return it. So everyone kept wanting to read this book and my son just kept not bringing it back to the library. And I would set it out for him to put in his backpack and he would forget it. We brought it back last week. One of my readers, 5th graders, read it last week, and now another one has it. I don't get why they love it so much, but boy, do they ever. Hunger Games, been having fun watching this kid. I'm always asking him, like, what's happening? Tell me what's going on today. They're about to like enter the Hunger Games yesterday when he was reading, so I need an update from him today because it's so stinking good. And then The Wild Robot Escapes. This kid read the first one right before this, got right into this one, and I think the third one comes out in like March or April of next year, hopefully. Maybe it got delayed, I'm not sure, but excited for book 3 in the Wild Robot universe. Wings of Fire, book 2. This kid read book 1 of Wings of Fire, loved it, then read the graphic novel, book 1, and then now he's reading book 2, and he's gonna read graphic novel book 2. We're at the library and he checked out the second graphic novel, and he's all in. Like, he's reading this one like exponentially faster than he read the first one, so you can just feel that excitement and momentum. Makes me so happy. How Women Won the Vote. It was actually, I'm filming this the day after the election. How fitting. How Women Won the Vote. Not the first kid who's read that book. That makes me so excited. Like, this feels like one of those books too, you could maybe go a little while without a kid reading it, but I love that it went from one reader to another reader in my classroom. Let's go. If you haven't checked out this adventure comic, it's one of those like choose your own path comics. It's fascinating how the art is done. I'm just trying to read the page. You can kind of get a feel for it. Really interesting. I haven't had much success reading it. I'm not very good at choosing my own path. Young Comics Guide to Telling Jokes. Do you want to hear a joke? Why not? How did the dentist pay for his vision exam? An eye and a tooth? Secret of Fortune Cookie, book 3 in the Strange Case of Origami Yoda series. I think that we might have a third kid in class reading the entire series after I read aloud the first one to start the school year. Exactly what I want to see. My kids are reading so many amazing books. At the last table in the classroom, Forge by Lori Halls Anderson. This student read the first book, Chains, earlier in the year. Then she read like a ton of other books, and now she's back. Don't you love that? Like how kids, like different kids, take on the challenge of a series in a different way. Like the kid over here we're just talking about with Wings of Fire, he's like reading book, graphic novel, reading, so he's like kind of getting the story twice, like all in a row. This girl read the book, first one, then read a whole bunch of other things, and now is back to the series. So interesting. Readers are so interesting. Ground Zero, a very popular book. Alan Gratz's Ground Zero, it's been making the rounds. It's fascinating to talk to kids. I think it's such a challenging read for many of them with the multiple points of view, especially with the one story that takes place in Afghanistan 20 years or about 20 years after 9/11. Really, really having fun talking to kids about this one and just seeing their little reading energy grow. Annie, this kid read so Kathleen Gross did like a graphic novel like version of like her own version of Little Women, and now she's got this Anne of Green Gables sort of book. How to Steal a Dog book is Barbara O'Connor is like being read widely in this class. A lot of kids have read Wish, and a lot of kids have read How to Steal a Dog. It makes my teacher realistic fiction reading loving heart so happy to see that. And then Ham Helsing, Vampire Hunter. You know, some of the books, they just find their way into the hands of readers. Kids love them. I hope you found something good to add to your to-read list. I hope that the readers in your life are devouring books like the readers in my life are. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel so you can be notified the next time I share the books that my awesome kids are reading.